I'm not even pulled up. I'm not even pulled up. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be one of those nights. What am I kicking down here? Holy cow, I'm not prepared. Anyway, oh, you beautiful tubers. You had to check real quick and make sure my mic was turned on. It's already feels like that type of day. It is what it is. It does what it does. Ah, snow's gone. Just went outside. Have you guys been out to see the wolf moon? Wolf moon. It's weird. White Rabbit was telling me about it. And then like we go outside and I was like, where'd you go? I couldn't find her. I started whistling and here she came. And she's she curled up and was laying on the bed and there's weird. But anyway, tonight's the wolf moon. Wolf moon, you know. Hey, the Wilburns, how you doing? Hey, Spice, what's up? Shane Reynolds, how are you? Hose Picker. Hose Picure. That's a cool name. I totally messed that up. Southern Fangirl, what's going on? Paula Carpenter, Kevin Sheely. I'm gonna mess this up, man. I'm already lost in the names. Lady Tammy, how you doing? Push the buttons, expert, so you can keep me company on my drive home from work. That's what I'm here for, Lady Tammy. I'm here for you. Rosalind Duke, you know what? Her and I do not share an algorithm. That's for sure. She has she's deep into like 80s European techno. A lot of that's going on over there. I've got to go tan. I just realized. Now I remember why I didn't shave, so I could because I need a tan. Lee, how you doing? Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, what's going on? Jeff Montgomery, how are you? Nice Bergson, what's going on? B Kentucky Blue. You were a Kentucky White though here recently, weren't you? It was y'all got a lot of snow, I think. Lady Livick. Ooh, good morning. Where is Lady Livick from? Gotcha. How are you doing? William DeBerry, what is happening? You're not an attorney in Nashville, are you, DeBerry? Because I know somebody's exact same name. Who? Anyway, Classy 2256. Good evening. Hey, Huck, how you doing? Holy cow, was your ankle okay the other day? Because that scared me. I saw you on Instagram. And but then it was like the way it was shot, like that was the beginning of it, and then went around and did all the cool stuff. So Mary Dale, how are you? Slug Entertainment. I'm here to spread the good word of OBS, a reminder that fish are not real. Slug. No OBS. I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, Australia. I love Australians. We have a lot of them here. Charlene Ravenfo. Ravenwood, I think was the girl's name. Indiana Jones. I just watched Indiana Jones the other day. Couldn't fall asleep, so I put it on. Tim White, what's happening? Tracy Wilden, what's going on? Another good morning. Tracy, are you too from Australia? Victoria Hawk. What a cool name. Look how it spells a K. It's a hawk. Rose, how are you? You got a couple feet of snow. Holy cow. Front jumper, what's happening? I'm way too loud. Turn your volume down. You know what? It's sad. All these other people you're listening to, they don't have their volume done up. Anyway, so glad to see y'all here tonight. So, you guys know everybody's been covering the Hales lawsuit stuff, and I've been holding off because I'm not going to compete with other people doing their stuff. I'm going to do it my way. And you're from the UK, Tracy. That's cool. Where's about? Is that words? Do you guys speak English over there? Because I don't know what I'm speaking. But Tracy, I'll tell you what. So we have a lot of Australians around here who are very cool people. They're very cool people. They hang out in Discord. We talk. It's awesome. But England, not so much. And so I'm very amazed by it. The more I learn, the better. Helen Gull, though, right here, if I could hit the button, is from New Zealand. She's a Kiwi, cute little bird or fuzzy little fruit. But I think only in America they're Kiwis, right? The little fruit. Aren't they like goobly gooks or something? Gobbledygocks? They're called something really weird. I saw it one time. I didn't know. Mike Hammer. That's so awesome. I love that name. Mike Hammer is a show. My dad used to watch it. And it's like, I thought it was really exciting. It was on like USA Prime. It was on Prime for a while, and I thought I'd watch it. But I did. Hey, Just Stacy, what's happening? Somebody I just saw. Oh, from Scotland, Paula. That's so cool. Scotland. Okay, so like I want to learn about European. I almost said agriculture. What's wrong with me? It's not horticulture either. Geography. And because you guys know the Broken Baker, I know him, and he's from Denmark. But Denmark's like the loneliest of the European nations. I call him Finnish. I say he's from Finland. But you know what, Helen, y'all from New Zealand, it's been a while, so let's get where'd it go? Where'd it go? Let's get started. Wiggle. There you go. CC Snuffer, how are you doing? Oh, that's right. Haley Mouse. That's my new friend from England, Bletchley. Haley Mouse, we're going to talk sometime because Bletchley I've never heard of before this very moment. Can't wait to learn more about it. Puddletown, what's happening? So anyway, guys, I've been sent a lot of documents over this whole process. And so I started going through them because tomorrow I'm probably not going to be here. I may not be here Wednesday. I may not be here by Friday. It all depends. It depends on things, but it should be fine. I just have to do stuff. I'm going to see about donating a kidney to science. I don't know. Don't pay attention to me. My wife says I'm going to get something cool called a lobi MIDI. It's, I don't know. It says I'll have fun after it. She'll give me ice cream. So I was like, yeah, sure. Let's go for it. So anyway, I've got to do that in the morning. Mad Englishman, how are you doing? Oh my gosh, y'all, put your hands together for the freckled ginger right here. She is fighting. She has said that I too, you know what? She's right here next to Miami Spice. Whoops, here's Miami Spice. Here's freckled ginger. Both of these ladies, beautiful redheads, because we collect them over here. And both of them have gotten the crud, whatever this flu is. And both of them have blamed me. They said I gave it to them through the microphone. I'm like, my microphone wears protection. Is yours? Anyway, so documents from the Hales stuff. And tonight I'm going to do, I found the oldest one I could find. And this was before Jeremy's deposition. All right. Been a great few days for depot readings. Yeah, see, I don't have the Shara ones. Oh, I saw Shara had a video today, and so I didn't sleep really good, and I tried to sleep. I'm trying to sleep, man, and I was doing some work, and I tried to sleep. I was doing stuff, and then next thing I hear, I missed the video. I missed the first like half of the video. I was like, well, I'll go back to it, and then next thing you know, I'm out here looking at the wolf moon, trying to catch my wife. Grandma Joe, can I blame you too? I'm in Alberta. Grandma Joe, you'll quickly learn. It is always my fault. Like when I first heard blame Jeremy, I was like, oh, dude, no, it's not his fault. If it's his fault, it's only because like I covered some of his work. I'm covering coin pushers on Wednesdays or something because I always catch the blame. So you're always welcome to blame me. Ask Miami or Freckles there how they got sick. Viruses travel through the internet. It's a well-known fact. Fact. That is true. Al Gore told me that. Albert Gore. He invented the internet. He was he's a great Tennessean. Invented the internet. Anyway, so I'm going through these documents, right? You guys know I no. I do not practice law. I do not want to practice law. I have been down that road. I graduated from law school. I worked in a law firm. I was working, I was doing government. I wanted to be a bureaucrat. True story. And then life happened, and I love it. I love it, Charlene. That's so great. Life happened, and then next thing you know, here I am living my best life. I love this. I love it, love it, love it. So, when I do readings, I don't do dramatic readings. I don't do, because to me, I'm a historian by not what's the word I'm looking for? Not by trade, by hobby. I'm a historian by hobby. I love history. I love politics. I love the American idea. I love it because here's the thing with the American idea, and you can be anywhere in the world and understand what I'm talking about. It is the fact that all men have inalienable rights given to them by their creator. You cannot punish somebody for the free flow of thoughts and ideas. You can't punish somebody for the way they want to worship or not worship. You can't punish somebody for the way they want to protect themselves, their family. You can't punish somebody for trying to create wealth out of property. You have to protect the rights that man naturally reaches for. It's in the Declaration of Independence. So I love that. And that is, I take courts very, very serious. I take the court process serious, the legal process. I take filings, everything. Those readings must be psychic. Gotcha. No. But I do take this up serious. So when I do a thingamabobber, it is without all the stuff, all the fun stuff. I'm not a fun person, but what I will do is I'll hopefully point out things that you didn't see, you didn't think about, and you'll leave here a more educated consumer of a product, and you'll understand the process a little better. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I do not know answers. I love the fact that I'm an entertainer. I want you guys to have a good time. I want you to have fun. And that's what we all do. We don't wear pants. We don't believe in birds. And the whole globe thing's just a theory, right? The second one, I really got myself tickled on that. I really got myself tickled. Anyway, hey, Zoe Vox. I just had supper just a little bit ago. And I got some ice cream too. So, you like to pretend that you're dumb, but you're not? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? You're right between Freckles and Miami. When you said that, I love watching the chat and seeing how like you guys think. You guys are the best part. Venom bites. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I just watched so I like the first Venom movie. And I don't have, well, I think I do have the second one, but I don't have the third one. I forgot about that second one. I gotta go watch that. Somehow I got it free. Somehow I get it moved. I got it free somehow. But anyway, I just watched Venom the other day. And then I fell asleep. So I watched it again. Anyway, you excited? I got excited seeing your avatar. Sorry. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Like, it's okay, like, it's everything clicks. People have a hard time enjoying movies. Sometimes a movie's just a movie, right? But then they want to do like, oh, it's something like this or something, or they didn't do this. They didn't make it the way I wanted it to be made. But that's okay because you can still feel good. And movies are kind of like the expert. You just forget your problems for a couple hours and we've all had a better time. With that being said, let me share a screen here. Oh, wait, that's not it. Window? Is that the right one? That's the right one. There we go. This is what we're going to be going over today. Kids, let's make this a little bit bigger, right? Does that do that? Is that right? Yes, there we go. And then, let's see here. Can I? Oh, that's pretty big. Wait a second. What if I blew this up, though? Does that make it? No, I think I just messed it up some. I hate PDFs. Anyway, so what this is, this came in November 12th of last year. This was filed. Jeremy's, hey Angie, how you doing? Melody Couture, what's up, Major Mom? How are you, Major Mom? Hi. You got did you hear White Rabbit the other night? I think you got her fired up there about Mark Harmon. Major Mom and White Rabbit have a thing. They both think Mark Harmon's the bomb diggity. And I'm like, I don't look like Mark Harmon. And then White Rabbit says, that's okay. I think Tom Selleck is the bomber diggitier. And I'm like, I look nothing like Tom Selleck. And then I kind of think to myself, wait, what's happening? How much longer is this going to last? Hang on, guys. You see how bright I am? I got to turn my brightness down on my. This is why I wear sunglasses. Holy cow, that's so bright. So bright. There we go. There we go. Anyway, big wheels keep on turning. That's right. I'll tell you what, Charlene, I like you in chat. You are so chatty, and I love that. I love an active chat. You guys realize that you are you're half of the show. You guys are the co-host here. I believe that. I absolutely love this. This is one of the greatest things Al Gore ever did. Oh, look at that. I'm over here. I'm live. Hang on a second. Let's get this. How do I get that out of there? Gosh, StreamYard. Why'd you change your stuff? Right, there we go. Hey, I'm no longer got a sticker on my head. I wish, I've got this rug, right? I got this rug. I had to get it because there's an echo in here, and like the dog's like it. Like Brown Dog thinks like slick floor is lava. He's scared to walk on it. So anyway, I got this rug. But it needs to be pulled out because rolling the wheels over, I've gotten it bunched up, and now I get stuck every once in a while. You ever get stuck? My whole life I spent stuck. All right, let's do this. I have not read this. This is an original interpretation I share with you guys. I do not go through and read things and have opinions. I have not listened to anybody read this. This is going to be an initial opinion. This is something. This is like something like this would be dropped on my desk, and I'd be told, "Read this. Tell me what it's about." Now, what you don't realize is that you're being timed. You're always being timed. Oh yeah, Haley Mouse. Yeah, you understand. Yes, Paul Carpenter, a raw reaction. We like it raw. All right. So, United States District Court for the Northern District of Florida, Gainesville Division. I cannot imagine a place I would least want to be at. That's I didn't know they had a federal court. Anyway, Jeremy Bryan Hales, plaintiff versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 names. Preston v. Cook. Or no, Preston and Cook. Hales v. Preston and Cook defendants. So this is the first request for production of documents. They're requesting Lynette to produce what they're asking for. Okay. It's part of discovery. Pretty basic, right? And guys, listen, I'm a little rusty. I'm way rusty. You guys probably know this better than I do. Chat is the only place I check because I'm a chat hog. Well, chat. Oh my gosh, Puddle Down, you got me in a tongue twister. Hey, Natalie Baker, I call her not Baker because she's not the broken Baker. The broken Baker was broken by his first wife, Emily D. Baker. She broke his heart, took his name, and then rose to fame. But we love him anyway. God bless his Danish little heart. Guys, there's so much more. By the way, guys, June 4th, 5th, and 6th, you have a meetup, Dollywood, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Come one, come all. And that's all I know. Hales plaintiff buying through undersigned counsel pursuant to Rule 34 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. Requested the defendant Preston to produce and permit counsel for the plaintiff to inspect and copy or otherwise reproduce the documents set forth below that are in possession, custody, or control of your counsel within the time prescribed by the civil rules of civil procedure. Production is to be made to the Shockett law firm. That's a copy pasta. It's a copy and paste opening. You know that's illegal. Yeah, isn't that funny? Everything in the law is either legal or illegal. So it's illegal to copy and paste a thing. Everything has to be supposed to be unique. I'm sure. Wait on. I gotta make sure I'm shaking my head the right way. I'm sure everybody does something original every single time. Don't forget the Ruby as well. She had this name as well. The Ruby. Who's the Ruby? Do I know the Ruby? I probably do, but I've forgotten. But you know I haven't forgotten, though? I haven't forgotten, Helen, that you are. Wiggle. Thank you, Helen. There he is. Broken Baker, breaking the law. Judas Priest. Broken Baker, I was just telling everybody about your first wife and how she broke your heart. So, Emily D. Or as we call her, ED. But we won't the reason for that. Oh, what? Oh, whoa. Okay. She went by Ruby. You guys are kidding me. There's a new name. So how many names are there? So we're up to, is that 7? Do we have 7 names? Let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. 6. We're up to 6. First and last name. Oh, wait. And also, wouldn't she also be a cook? It would be 7 if she was cook as well. Holy cow. And then, wait, hold on. Sorry, I got 2 things happening here. Where we go here. Megan discovered the Ruby and another Lynette's aliases. And Shani says, Broken Baker, I see you dressed in all leather. He is. You know, he's European. They do that. They do that a lot. And not like the cool leather, like American leather, but like that tight black stuff with studs. Like, it's weird. It's hard for me to even say that. I just don't want to think about it. All right. I am. Actually, you said Baker's ex broke heart. Now you are saying she made him need the blue pill too due to ED. Hey, ask the broken baker. We're going to be selling dates with him when he comes to Dollywood. He's very single, very disease free, very much on the look for the next. He's looking for the unbroken baker. You could make it. You could mend his gingerbread man. Okay. So this is all the first. Now we're going to the instructions. This is what they want you to do, right? This request requires production of documents. Now, here's my question. At this point, did they have an attorney? I don't know. I haven't gotten down there yet. This request requires production of documents for things in your possession, custody, or control, and for documents or things that are in possession, custody, or control of your agents, employees, accountants, attorneys, representatives, or other persons who have documents deemed to be in your possession, custody, or control. You know, it's funny. I kind of laughed about that. I was reading that. I was like, "What? I mean, that's a lot of people." And then I was like, "Oh, wait a second. Forgot there was the remember she had there were the people that she said, I don't know what they do. They go home and do drugs all night, and then they come back here and they work for me. Man, that's a I bet they got some documents. Two, unless otherwise specifically stated, all requests call for the production of all responsive documents prepared, received, or dated at any time prior to and including the date of production. If any objection is made to any document request, the objection shall state with specificity all grounds. That's unique language. So this is lawyering there. So like because you can object for relevance, or I mean, just you ever watch a TV show and they do objections? They're very vague. You always want to get away with a vague objection because you may just be objecting. You may go, man, this doesn't feel right. And then you may not have the specifics down that you need to say exactly why you're objecting, but you are supposed to have specifics like, this objection, this is leading witness pursuant to the rule, blah, blah, blah. All documents will be produced as they are kept in the usual course of business or must be organized and labeled to correspond to the categories of documents requested below. If any information requested below is withheld based on a claim that is privileged or otherwise protected from disclosure, you are requested to furnish a list specifying each document for which the privilege is claimed, together with the following information, where appropriate, with respect to each such document. A, the date appearing on the document. If no date appears, the date in which the document was prepared. B, the name of the persons by whom the document was prepared, and if the document is signed, the name of each person who signed the document. And C, the name of each person to whom the document is addressed. D, gosh, this is specific, man. The name of each person other than the addressee identified in C above to whom the document or a copy thereof was sent or with whom the document was discussed. So that's like blind BCCs on emails. Man, whoever the document was discussed, man, that could be a long list. Oh, wait a second. Oh, well, of course it's going to include furries. That's I mean, I don't understand it, but it's his thing. The specific grounds on which a claim of privilege rests, the paragraph or subparagraph of this request to which each document responds. H, the general nature of the document, the number of pages of which it consists, and a sufficient description of the subject matter of the document without disclosing its contents to allow its description to the court for ruling on the claim of privilege. Wow. I've not seen something like that. That's very specific. I mean, I don't do litigation. Very little stuff I saw. That is, I mean, think about it. Yeah, so you get someone like, I was very creative, maybe a little aggressive. So you'd have me, I'd be told, hey, write a response to this. And I'd be like, H, the document contains 4 sides of paper. There's a front side and a back side. It is 8.5 by 11 inches long. It is white. It is 92-pound weight paper. I mean, that is what I would do. And then I'd say all information on the page is privileged. Wow. That's exactly how I do it too. Now, here's the thing. So, what is privilege, right? Let's get back to being serious. Privilege, when I think here privilege, I think of uh see, they don't, I don't, gosh, do they have husband and wife privilege? They may or may not. I don't, I would have somebody else would have to tell us. But I think attorney-client privilege. And so if an attorney's responding, the attorney's should be the attorney's word is privilege enough to state something. I mean, privilege enough is enough to say that it's privileged. Um, wait, hold on, wait a second. You have a Green Lantern on your machine, green machine? And Pickle Rick is my what? Are you being serious? If Charlene, like you realize, like if I show you something, you that means that you're stuck here. You got to be here all the time. Like I have to become your favorite YouTuber if I show you this. Okay, boy, that sounds dangerous, doesn't it? Boy, it did sound dangerous. But now remember, I got to be your favorite YouTuber. Okay, Green Lantern. Yeah, totally. I'm that nerd. So it's a I have a thing for lanterns. I love fire. And I love the old world heritage of 'em. And so it's German. I would refuse to have a Chinese made lantern. That makes me so angry. But anyway, it's a it's a thing. Sorry. I pickle Rick in case you didn't see that. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys alone. Back to reading. Spousal privilege only protects conversations while married, not after a divorce. Rock and roll. Charlene, expert, you're already my favorite YouTuber. Dork. You say that to all the tubers. You never come back and hang out with us in Discord. Just saying. And by the way, the new link is up for Discord. Click it and it'll take you in there. It's a privilege for being a member. All right. Yes, so spousal immunity is yeah, they don't have spousal immunity. See, that's why I wonder because I was like, of course, being states are different, but what's the federal rule on that? Because they're still living together. That's such a so we should bring back common law marriage. Let's see here. Cross claim 7 as to any request that is claimed to be unduly burdensome, expensive, or oppressive on which a similar objection is asserted. Please provide the following information. So what that means like it's like huge documents. Like I can't afford to print out the Encyclopedia Britannica. I can't print out the Funk and Wagnall dictionary, right? The approximate number and or volume of responsive documents, the location and manner in which the documents are maintained, because once it's requested, you have to maintain it. Wish they did an e-discovery in here. I like e-discovery. It's a you have to have a process to keep your electronic communications and everything for businesses. Anything that it could be seen as future litigation. Any particular unusual burden or effort required to produce the responsive documents. D, the estimated cost of producing responsive documents, and E, any other facts on which you rely in support of your claim that production of responsive documents is unduly burdensome, costly, or difficult. For any requested document that no longer in existence or which cannot be located. So this is just I would call this boilerplate stuff, but boilerplate deals with contracts. This is just very common language legalese. Okay. So I'm just gonna skip through this because unless I see something here. I love it. They continue to say identify each person having knowledge concerning such document. Say any additional information you have concerning documents' current weather whereabouts. Nine. Well, thank you, Freckled Ginger. Smurfs need loves too. Oh, oh yeah. Electrical tape's good because you can stretch it. Duct tape, its natural enemy is moisture. Whenever a document is not produced in full, state the particularity, the reason for not being able to produce it in full, describe the best of your knowledge, information about it, what you believe is on it, everything else. File folders are to be produced intact with the documents. Documents attached to each other should not be separated. So that's like stapled. That's like stapled. So like a stapled document, right? Shouldn't be separated what they're requesting. Now, is that a reasonable request? I don't know because sometimes you get things that are stapled and you got to unstaple them to photocopy them. But the reason why is because people don't number pages. So a staple is more likely to have the original number of pages together because you take off a printer, straighten it out, put the staple in, and away you go. Richard Thornton, how you doing? Not impressed with Smurfs. I love Smurfs. I do. Smurfs are cool. I'm more of a Keebler elf guy. Well, I do like Keebler. All right. 13, computerized information. Here we go. E-discovery. E-discovery is a unique thing because it's always evolving. Like, what's the next thing? What's with AI? I guarantee AI has messed the courts up again. Like, they won't know what to do with it. But anyway, it's any electronic emails, text, stuff like that. Anything pertaining records, Quicken, Excel, anything you keep financial records on, anything like that. Usually that's your e-discovery. So you can't go in and hit delete once that gets requested. And also you can't hit delete if you think you're going to face litigation. Once the idea comes into your mind or you're told you'll be facing litigation, you have to save all documents. Computerized information and electronic records are to be produced to an intelligible and readable format and are to be accompanied by a description of the system from which they were obtained, words in the singular, including the plural meanings and vice versa, the conjunctive and the disjunction or shall be individually interpreted in every instance as meaning and or. It shall not be interpreted to exclude any information otherwise within the scope of the request. And or is not a thing. And or are two very separate words. And means you are including two things, or means that one will substitute for the other. By the way, I'm going to do a very fair analysis of this. Very fair. Okay. Definitions. For purposes of this request, the following terms shall have the meaning set forth below. Term document. A document shall be construed extremely broadly, mean all intangible things. Okay. This is a definition. This is what's your definition section. Instruction sheets, manuals, maps, memoranda, minutes, all this stuff. That is all documents. Telecommunication material, video recordings, all data compilations. The terms relating to, referring, and referring to shall mean making a statement about, discussing, describing, referencing. Can you believe this? Like, this is attorneys make they make a lot of money. You're like, geez, I don't even know what's it. Federal, I bet you the lowest rate federally is $200 an hour. Yeah, I bet you anything is $200 an hour, easy. So you're getting $200 an hour for writing all this stuff out, describing, reflecting, referencing, concerning, constitute. You're 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 grabbing a thesaurus, and you have to know all these words and what they mean and why these. This is why an experienced attorney is so valuable, because they know, like they've seen before where one of these words aren't in a document, and it's they've seen somebody get burned or somebody manipulate it. I say manipulate, somebody express it to their advantage. The plaintiff is defined above, including the plaintiff's agents, employees. The defendant shall mean Lynette, Michelle, Lacey, Alexis, Preston, does not include Ruby. Ruby is out of the picture. Ruby is safe. Including her agents, employees, and or other servants, including independent contractors, subcontractors, attorneys, outside advisors. The terms you, look at this, you, capital, you, and you, lowercase. I've never seen that. Oh, and same with your, and your. They're the same word. One just happens to be at the beginning of a sentence. The other is mid-sentence. Anyway, shall mean the defendant as defined above in all corporations, everything else. Relevant time period means between January 1st of 2020 to date. So I'm assuming that January 1st is either the day that we started hearing about 2-inch pipes and moving trees with tractors and tortoise rescues and all this other stuff, to it's either the date of or it's a time frame very closely uh, it's very close to the date of actual and the actual infraction happened. Sorry. T-Rex sat on a stegosaurus and he got thesaurus eye. Hey Ellie, how you doing? All right, request. Um, what is RFP? What I rules of federal procedure number 1? No. Request for production of documents. Sorry. Number 1. All documents and I mean RFP, man, that's rules of federal procedure to me. That messed me up. All documents and communications relating to and allegations in this matter include, but not limited to, all communications you have had with any person or entity named in the complaint or named in plaintiff's responses to, in opposition to your motion for summary judgment. All exhibits attached here too. All documents and communications relating to the plaintiff that you have had with any person or entity, including without limitation the following people. Oh, wow. So now we start naming all these people. Oh. So number 2 here. Remember, this is Jeremy versus Preston and Cook. So Jeremy's presenting this saying, I want this. This is going to prove my case. And it's all communications relating to the plaintiff from the following, without limitation, the following people: the former Otter Creek Mayor, Russell Meeks, co-defendant, Marla Hughes, Melissa Lumberman, plaintiff Jeremy Bryan Hales, Teresa Granger, Martha Risk, Stephanie Granger, Amanda Martin. Right, I don't know any of these people. I know, like when they say like the former Otter Creek clerk, it's like these are things like I can't keep up with. Like this is where I say I need an outline. I haven't seen a list of names like this before. So former Otter Creek attorney. This right here, Steve Warm. I bet that right there. That's where a lot of those problems probably he was there when all this stuff started. Thomas Collins, Zim Paget, Marcia Gale, mother of Lynette, Patty Hill's sister, Debbie Preston, the daughter of Lynette, Lindsay Gardner, daughter, Price Gardner, Samantha Wilson. I don't, wow, this is a list of people. So it is everybody. It is a list of everything. It could be a friend. Hey, Josh Haviland, how you doing? His request. This is a request from Josh. This is Jeremy's uh, motion for documents. This is his discovery request. Let's see here. A person who assisted without obtaining Win. Oh, hey, Win Dixie Food. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Win Dixie stuff. Holy cow, man! When I see this, seeing this on paper like this, really does set it off. Wow. Oh wow. So it's anybody you've had contact with. It would take you 2 months to get a timeline of this case. I've been following this for 3 years myself. Yeah, Doug, I've been following for like 9 months now, and I'm always asking people, "Now, what is this?" And it never ceases to amaze me with the detail people know the facts of this. It's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. It's a wonderful, it's for me, it's a wonderful social science to watch. Gecko, Grandpa Jones, Minnie Pearl, Coco Beware. Hey man, Coco Beware, dude. That guy's awesome, right? Okay, let's see here. Sorry. All documents relating to any statement attributed to you in the complaint or in plaintiff's response in opposition to your motion for summary judgment, including all exhibits attached here too, including but not limited to all documents and communications relating to any investigation to truth or falsity. So all documents relating to any statement. Let's see here. So that I'm trying to what would a document relating to a statement be? That be somebody else that wrote it down, or is it okay? It'd be like, hey, did you know? So I was talking about Freckles and Miami earlier. So it'd be like me and Freckles are talking about Miami, something that Miami had said to me, and I tell Freckles, and then Miami is the role of Lynette here. I think that man, that's a. I just wonder what it's one thing to read what somebody, they say something, but a lot of times for me, the way I look at it is am I trying to be, if they're trying to circumvent my protections, my natural defenses by right the way they write stuff. I think Bruce, I think he does a great job of it. He's he's something else. Let's see here. Number 4 here. All documents and communication concerning the steps you have taken to preserve documents and communication relevant to this lawsuit, including. Now, remember, all this was also requested before the Jeremy deposition, December. What was that, like 2nd or 3rd? And this was requested to be in by like December 1st. All phone records sufficient to show all phone numbers and providers you used during the relevant time period and documents, including any phone billing records showing the calls you made or received during the relevant time period relating to the allegations in the complaint. In opposition to your motion for summary judgment. All documents and communications of which you are aware that refute any statement attributed to you in the complaint. All document communication of which you are aware that refute any statement attributed to you. So that'd be anything in your defense. Produce anything in your defense that may be out there. Man, that's one you gotta make. That makes me think. It's like, I mean, I don't know if it's in my defense or not. That's my first thought. Oh, it's crazy. Let's go. What's happening? Did the British bird really slug 1,057 12 hours? Um, maybe, but the question is, let's go. Does she remember their names? That's what I'd be impressed with. There's also there's 1,056 guys out there that are complete scuzzy dudes. All documents and communications that you have produced to Levy County, Florida, and or to any other federal or state government agency about the plaintiff by name or otherwise. All in number 9, all engagement letters and invoices, documents otherwise sufficient to identify all the attorneys with whom you have an attorney-client relationship. Oh, that's a good one. In connection with any civil litigation in which you are a party and or civil or criminal litigation, grand jury testimony, or any or and or state or federal investigation relating to the plaintiff by name or otherwise. So, do you have any attorneys out there we don't know about? That's what they're asking. All documents and communication upon which you plan to rely to assert the existence of any privileges, including attorney-client work product and common interest privileges. Uh, Documents sufficient to show the number of online views and or impressions of any post on any of your social media accounts, including but not limited to YouTube accounts, Rumble accounts, Twitter accounts, and Facebook accounts during the relevant time period. Oh, wow. Wow, that's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of work. I mean, I'm thinking of it as from a creator's side, but it's like any comment you made on something, especially when you got 5, 6, 7, 8 names. It's like I couldn't remember all my names that I put up there. Oh man. Mobile phone records sufficient to show all phone numbers and providers you used between January 1 to date, and all documents including mobile phone billing records showing the calls you made or received between the first of 2021 to date, relating to the plaintiff by name or otherwise. So you're talking about 3 years, almost 4 years worth of stuff. I mean, you have to any mobile phone records. So like mobile phone records, like some mobile phone companies keep all your text messages. You can get a list of your text messages from the mobile phone. Is that not something else? GPS records from either any automobile navigation system or other mobile device sufficient to show your location on May 11th through May 14th of 2023. What happened on May 11th through May 14th? Do you guys know that one? Okay, so I don't know how you produce that record. I don't think I could do that. Like, hmm. So I paused and I said that I was giving my thoughts out loud. The reason why I say I don't know if you can do that, like that just blows my mind. The thing is because is that you also have to remember that you try not to ask a question without already knowing the answer. So they Shaka already thinks, all right, thinks he knows, pretty sure he knows the answer to this, that they can produce those records, which amazes me. Okay, let's see here. The all documents relating to any claim references in this lawsuit. Did I already read that? Oh, relied upon by experts. The curriculum number 15. Golly. The curriculum vitae, including a bibliography for each consulting expert who is not designated to testify at the trial of this matter and whose opinions or reports have been reviewed by or relied upon by experts who may testify at the trial of this matter. I bet that's that handwriting thing. That was a lot of drama. Remember that? Um, yes, Shane. Don't be like T-Rex. For each fact or lay witness you expect to testify at the trial of this matter, all documents reviewed by, prepared by, relied upon, provided by. Yeah, so that's something else. Like you don't realize is that, like both sides get to look at the expert witnesses stuff. So I don't like expert witnesses. Like, here's my thing: you don't have to, an expert witness is somebody who comes in and is trying to convince a jury of a certain way. I think that if you are good enough, if you have a good client, you have a good case, you're a you're a good enough attorney, you really don't need a expert witness. That being said, I wouldn't. Somebody will come along and tell me exactly why I'm wrong and cross the dots and cross the I's and dot the T's. 18. All the documents evidencing communications related to your investigation of any claim referenced in this lawsuit. Number 19, all documents relating to the plaintiff that you obtained from any source other than the plaintiff. So, did somebody send you a picture of him watering his yard? Did somebody send you a picture of Jeremy in his bathrobe emptying his RV at Christmas, drinking a Lowenbrow and smoking a cigar? Cousin Eddie. Number 20, all documents in the files of your attorney in this lawsuit dated before the date this complaint was filed with the court relating to plaintiff, including without limitation communications to third parties. That says to me that they think there was communication before all this happened. Certificate of service hereby certified November 12th of 2024. I served this to the council record via email. And that is Bruce Matskin. Well, this is the same thing again. Yeah. So they served, this is like where it served. Yeah, so they had to do both Preston and Cook because they're both on the lawsuit. So, well, how do I get off here? There you go. So there we go. There is the um, discovery request. So all that was requested. That's what starts it. That's what um, you're asking for, all the evidence. That it's like, I know you have this evidence, and all this evidence can prove that what I'm saying about that you did this intentionally against me is correct. Now, if you get this evidence, if you're Shaka, if he gets the evidence and he looks over it and he says, I don't think we got much of a case. Well, I mean, if he doesn't think it makes their case stronger or, just as strong as it was, then he should tell his client, say, I don't think we got much of a case after looking at this. I mean, that's supposed to. I don't know. Don't pay attention to me. Request for production, I think. Because the first time I read, it's like rules of the federal procedure. I'm pretty sure it's request for production right here. Sorry. Oh, yeah. You're not looking at the same thing I am. Sorry. There you go. See, request for production. So, um, wait, there's a reply? Hold on, wait a second here. Let's see here. Do I have the reply? Okay. Tell me hang on, I gotta do this. All right. So, Paula, I hope you're watching. Tell me if this is the right thing. Is that the reply? Is this it? No, that's not it. Yeah, it is. Oh, wait, why is that all messed up like that? Oh, man. Hang on a second here. Let me take this out. What did I do? Sorry, hang on a second here. All right, there we go. Is this it? Purple Ginger, I'm a science and math nerd, but this legal stuff fascinates me. And I think that may be Town. Take care. Oh, wait, hold on. Are you leaving or is Haley Mouse leaving? Sorry. All right, so this is the one to read. Is this right? All right. Defendant Lynette Preston's response to the plaintiff's document request. Again, I wasn't planning on going this far. So I really have no idea what this one's about. This is interesting, though. Man, what a weird hang on a second. What are these? What is this? Nobody does that. Oh, that just looks tacky. That looks like vanilla beans. Like you spilled your vanilla ice cream on here. I do not like. Okay, so here's the thing. Before I ever read anything, I critique it to smack, man. I have got if it's not done a certain way, I will judge you. And I'm like, yeah, I already can tell from reading this. I don't have to read the letter, and I already know I don't like you. I don't like this. I don't like that it's not justified, and I don't like the font. What is that font? It's like noodle. It's like crayon noodle font. Pool noodle. This is pool noodle font. Angel Bright, how are you doing? Um, wait until I see. Yeah, peanut butter jelly time. I used to have there used to be a thing here, but every time I did, I got a copyright claim. All right, defendant Lynette Preston's responses to plaintiff's document request. General objection to each discovery request on the ground and to the extent that each request and definition and instructions contained therein are vague and or ambiguous. That's oh my gosh, what I talk about is how much detail there was about it, and the reply is these instructions are too vague. That is such a hole move that I like it. The I can't move this. What is wrong? I'm sitting on a sweatshirt having a rant over here. All right. Are vague and ambiguous or overly broad in scope as to time. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. See, I fell for that. So what you just sent me is too vague and or ambiguous and or overly broad in scope as to time. Because of time, it's too vague. If it wasn't such a limited amount of time, I might be able to understand and get everything. But because of the limited amount of time, this is too vague. Wow. B, are lacking insufficient specificity in knowing what is demanded. C, are overly oppressive and unduly burdensome. D, seek information and documents which are protected by the attorney-client privilege and or work product privilege. And E, seek to impose duties beyond those arising under the federal rules of civil procedure. The one defendant Preston expressly reserves the right to supplement, clarify, revise, or correct any and all responses and objection herein, and to assert additional objections and privileges. So I'm just going to object to everything. These responses and objections are made without prejudice to and are not a waiver of defendant Preston's right to rely on other facts or documents at trial. That's saying I'm going to have a surprise witness. You can't have surprise witnesses. That's I just hate scammers, and as a YouTuber, this all scares me. Stalkers are intruding on others' lives. Dude, that is YouTube is the weirdest place in the world, man. It's weird. I'm sorry. Why is that still up there? Take that off. Hey, Melissa Joy, how you doing? The Wilburns, how you doing, Wilburns? My new friend. Oh, what happened here? Hold on. Why does that not pop up? Does that say, is this a... Oh, hey, Squid. How you doing? Hey, Squid's a me raid. That's why I feel all inky. How you doing, Calamari? What's happening? I hope that you're warm. We're at 35. Finally got over freezing. Jay's first day I've been out of the house for a few days, and it sucks. Not leaving the house, being in the house. It's horrible. Can't handle it. Don't like it. I'm an action guy. I like being outside, doing things. Sorry. Defendant President's right to rely on other facts of the trial. 2, by making the accompanying responses and objections, defendant President does not waive and hereby expressly reserves her right to assert any and all objections as to the admissibility of such responses into evidence in this action or in other proceedings on any and all grounds, including but not limited to competency, relevancy, material, and privilege. It's a mouthful. Is that one sentence? Holy cow, that's one sentence. 3, defendant President will produce responsive documents to the extent that such documents are in her possession, custody, or control as set forth in the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. Defendant President's possession, custody, or control does not include any constructive possession that may be conferred by defendant President's right or power to compel the production or of documents or information from third parties as to request their production from third parties. So that's a wordy way of saying Federal Rules of Civil Procedure do not require my client to ask third parties what they have. Guys, this is it's a ping pong battle. So what we do is what it is between attorneys here. She's passed out with her dad, no nap today. For a response to a document request or interrogatory stating that objections and or indicating that documents will be produced shall not be deemed or construed that there are in fact responsive documents that defendant Preston performed any of the acts described in the document request or definitions and or instructions applicable to the document request, or that Gosh, y'all, I mean, let me tell you what, I got a lung thing. Paul, did you do this because you know I'm having a hard time breathing right now? This is a run. Everything's a run on sentence. Defendant Preston performed any of the acts described in the document request or definitions or constructions applicable to the document request, or the defendant Preston acquiesces in the characterization or the conduct or activities contained in the document request or definitions and or instructions applicable to the document request. Whew. 5. Publicly available documents, including but not limited to newspaper clippings, court papers, and documents available on the internet, will not be produced. So all the stuff about your views and clicks and all that stuff, we're not going to produce them. We're not going to do it. Wait, where'd that go? And I can't click to me. I'm clicking. I'm not even working. My brain's frying slowly. Well, the joy. How you doing, babe? New member. How you doing? Now I'm green. You're green because of the wiggles? Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I get that. I understand. Holy cow, 2:30 a.m. All right. Publicly available documents. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to produce anything that's publicly available. And that's actually probably a pretty good response. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the federal rules. I don't have. I don't think I have a federal rule book here. Charlene wants more wiggles. Well, you know what, Charlene? You've already gotten the Green Lantern. You've already gotten Pickle Rick. Why not get wiggle, 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 yeah. 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 There's an extra wiggle in there to grow on. Melissa Joy gifted 10 memberships. Y'all put your hands together. Thank Melissa Joy. And as a new member, there will be a link on the members thing of the YouTube thing with a community page that will give you access to Discord. Come and hang out, chit chat with us. Members nights, I'm always back there. And then during the week, I go back there too because I'm a fan of you guys and I like to hang out with you. I see you there. And so all that great, wonderful stuff. So thank you, Melissa Joy. You get a special wiggle, Melissa. Special one. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. All the way from down under, DJ Radis making the wiggles for me. Oops, there we go. Discord is fun. All right. Let's see here. Preston objects to each document request and to the extent that it seeks documents protected from disclosure by the attorney-client privilege, deliberative process privilege, attorney work product doctrine, confidentiality, trade secret, or any other applicable privilege. Should any such disclosure by defendant Preston occur, is inadvertent and shall not constitute a waiver of any privilege. So it's funny because like trade secret, man, that's something I haven't heard that word in a long time. Trade secret. So what would be a trade secret? Trade secret might be 501(c) stuff. If a document slips in somewhere that has something to do with, we say we're a tortoise rescue, but we take turtles too. Something that's not really relevant to the case. That it also that this is not a waiver of the privilege that they're asserting for work product or trade secret. Even though that wouldn't be a trade secret, that'd be a I don't know how strict the definitions have to be for a 501(c), but if it were anything, it'd be between you, the IRS, and terms like fraud and um, misrepresentation come into play. Defendant Preston occur that it is inadvertent and shall not constitute a waiver of any privilege. I didn't finish reading that first run-on sentence. Sorry. Defendant Preston objects that each document request is overbroad and unduly burdensome to the extent it seeks documents or information that are readily or more accessible to plaintiff on his own files, from documents or information in his possession, or from documents or information that he previously produced to defendant Preston. Responding to such requests would be oppressive, unduly burdensome, and unnecessarily expensive. These are all excuses to get out of having to do it. And the burden of, I mean, they're like federal rules type excuses. Not like an excuse like why I missed class, but like it's a true statement. From Preston, the objection encompasses, but is not limited to, all correspondence between plaintiff and defendant Preston and all information provided by defendant Preston to plaintiff. All such documents and information will not be produced. So this goes to court, man. All this, and the judge has to rule whether it's unduly, unnecessarily expensive, and burdensome, and all the other great words. Wait. Charlene, Angie, Melissa, and I want Pickle Rick Wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Is that Pickle Rick Wiggle? Does that count? Wiggle, 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 yeah. 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 Oh my gosh. Oh, hey, thank you. Yes, completely derailed. You know that doesn't take much. It's already got me what I walk into. You know, you walked into a bar. Should have ducked. Where did your vampire go? That's Valhalla. He's a glittery vampire. Vampire? Do you hear me, vampire? He's a vampire. Oh my gosh. Remember, you guys want me to read this. I wasn't going to do this. When I was probably going to say, when you show the wiggles, you show Pickle Rick wiggling 4 times. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. That was 3. Let's see here. Let's go to the 10. To the extent any plaintiff document requests, seek documents or answers that include expert material. Defendant Preston objects to any such requests as premature and expressly reserves the right to supplement, clarify, revise, or correct any all responses to such requests, and to assert additional objections or privileges in one or more subsequent supplemental responses in accordance with the time period for exchanging expert reports set by this court. Wow, it's a mouthful. Defendant Preston incorporates any reference, every general objection set forth into specific responses set forth below. A specific response may be, I mean, this is unnecessary at this point. You don't have to be complicated in your language. This is the 75-cent words. You know, this is trying to show, hey, I went to school. This is flexing. Okay, he's flexing. So, and I mean, as you can see, it makes it's hard to read. I mean, I can't imagine. There's a lot of people. Not gonna say something. I'm not gonna say something. Like there's some people you just wonder, like, hey, it'd be cool if you got this person to read it. See how they sound when they read it. You know. Mm. Moreover, defendant Preston does not waive her right to amend her responses. Of course you don't. Of course you're not going to say that. Defendant Preston objects on the ground that the requests are a fishing expedition for evidence in support of claims and for content to show on YouTube. That's what it all comes down to. I'm beginning to think that that is going to be that may be a thing. I mean, YouTube may be turned on its ear here very shortly. This case could have repercussions that the ripple effect could go all across the world. I mean, I was half joking the other day with Vegas Rick that because of Australia's new law about you have to minors have to or not minors, you have to show proof of identification, like your age, before you can get on the internet. I was gonna have to card him before he got on. What? I sound ridiculous when I read it, but I do it anyway. I wasn't talking about you, Squid. I was not talking about you. Think a little bit broader. The one, wait, hold on, what was that? This one is extremely repetitive because I don't know. I think you may be. I don't think he's dumb. I think he's crazy like a fox, not like the Megan Fox, but the saying fox. Anyway, claims of content Porter v. Ray, 461 federal third reporter 1315 at 1342, 11th Circuit Court, 2006. While discovery is broad, parties may not engage in a fishing expedition to obtain evidence to support their claims or defenses. Yeah, I mean, that's just while the discovery is broad, okay, it is you can ask for a lot of things, but you does not give you a blanket to ask for everything. You have to bring that in. You have to reel it in, or you just be fishing with a net. Fishing with a net. One RP number one. All documents and communications relating to any allegations in this matter, including but not limited to all communications you have had with any person or entity named in the complaint or named in plaintiff's responses in opposition to your motion for summary judgment, including all exhibits attached thereto. Objections. This is objections. The request is overly broad, unduly burdensome, and not. By the way, I hate the square bullet points. It's like he knows what I hate, and so he's doing it. This isn't to me, and this was months ago. The request is overly broad, unduly burdensome, and not reasonably calculated to lead to the discovery of admissible evidence. That's not your choice. You don't get to make that choice. You don't know what I'm asking for. You don't know the answer to my question. It is vague and or ambiguous. It is overly broad in scope and time. It lacks sufficient specificity to know what is demanded. I think, I mean, you name like 500 people. I need any communication you had with them. It seems, is that too broad? Well, I guess it didn't exclude smoke signals. I don't need your smoke signals you shared with whomever. It encompasses information and documents which are protected by the attorney-client privilege and or work product privilege. It seeks to impose duties beyond those arising under the federal rules of civil procedure. So I think this one here, okay, it encompasses information and documents which are protected by the attorney-client privilege. I think Shaka was prepared for that, and that's why he said if you are not going to produce such document, you need to say why. Like what's the specificity to it? What is the document about that makes it privilege? Does that make sense? Hey, McKinley, how are you doing? Hey, you guys ask her. McKinley, she's a brain. She's the big brain on Brad. Yeah, he's not a proper way to draft a legal document. That's not a proper way to draft a legal document, whatever. Oh, McKinley, I miss you, babe. I really do. So many people do. Anytime you want to hang out, you let me know, okay? Let's see here. It seeks to impose duties beyond those arising under the federal rules of civil procedure. Response: without waiving any objections, messages saved by Ms. President Mr. Hales from two will be produced. Oh, well, thank you. Isn't that nice of you? But Mr. Hales also has those messages. RP number 2, all documents and communication relating to plaintiff by name or otherwise that you have had with any person or entity, including without limitation the following people and names of 50 some people. I said 50. I don't know. It's a lot. I miss all these people. Prior joint resident who lived your property in Otter Creek. All these people. Winn Dixie. Hold on, what was that? I forgot what he said. Without waiving objection, messages saved will be produced. All documents, communication relating to plaintiff by name or otherwise that you have had any person, including limited to defined people. Oh, the request is overly broad, unduly burdensome, and not reasonably calculated to lead to the discovery. Same thing. It's the copy pasta right here. It's vague and ambiguous. It is overly broad in scope of time. It encompasses information documents are protected by attorney-client privilege and the work product privilege. It seeks to impose duties beyond those arising under federal rules of civil procedure. It combines what are in reality dozens of requests into one. That's a new one. Boy, that's actually. I don't know how that works. Without waiving any objections, messages saved by Ms. Preston will be produced. RP number 3, all documents relating to any statement attributed to you in the complaint or plaintiff's responses in opposition to your motion for summary judgment, including all exhibits attached here thereto, including but not limited to investigation, your complaint for summary judgment, blah, blah, blah. And then here are the objections for this. Plaintiff is in possession of all such statements. So Jeremy has them all. They say, we have nothing. The request is overly broad, burdensome, and not reasonably calculated to lead to the discovery of admissible evidence. Same thing. It seeks to impose duties beyond those arising out of the federal rules of civil procedure. Oh, remember, don't forget, they're protected by the attorney-client privilege and or the work product privilege. Without waiving any objections. Number 4, all documents and communication concerning the steps you have taken to preserve documents communication related to this lawsuit. So this is number 4. This everything's a reply. So he's redoing the words and the words, the request, and just saying, no, we object to everything. Request is vague. It lacks sufficient specificity. It covers information, attorney-client privilege, and the work product privilege. Seeks to impose duties beyond federal rules, civil procedure. Squid. Not a long ass day tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone. Squid, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming over here. Love seeing you, and hope to see you soon. When you get together, have some fun. And I may not be here for the next couple of days. I don't know. It says all, but that's ambiguous. And a legal document, bullets seem suspect, but round is preferred. Yay! Um, it's want to congratulate you, but I don't envy you. It's one of those things where like if you've got it picked out and everything, you're going through the whole process, like, man, I you just don't know how I don't know how it happened. I don't know how we moved. Charlene, yes, ma'am. Oh, you notice I shaved. Did that because I think someone I know named Melissa Joy told me I needed to last night. Bruce did this. This is Bruce's response to the request for the Hales. And so what this is, McKinley, it's like everybody's been doing these, and they're all doing it in a theatrical manner, it looks like. And I was like, I want to wait till everybody gets through this stuff. And I want to go through it, but I want to go through it just reading it as it is. And if there's certain things, that catches my eye, we'll discuss it. And so the first one I did, it was November. It was a discovery request, the first one for production of documents. And it was in November, what was that, 12th, I think, some 11th, some of that. And then Jeremy had his deposition like December 3rd, maybe. So this was that was the last one, was the first one. And then they told me I needed to read this while here because this was so funny. And this one is very, very repetitive and hard for me to read because it's run-on sentences with a lot of big words. Those aren't the hard things to read. It's just that it's so weird to not take a breath. Oh. Yeah, that was the very first thing I said was I am so judgy about like you write me a letter and it's not justified. I'm like, ooh, that's not good. And then I look at the font and I'm like, what font is this? This is a pool noodle font. This isn't a serious font. Might as well write in Comic Sans. I would prefer Comic Sans, to tell you the truth. I prefer it. Oh, closing in February. Wow. Well, congratulations. Hey, we're talking about Valentine House. There you go. That's awesome. But my stubble? Oh, nobody likes that. I can't grow facial hair. Yeah, I don't have the depots. Beyond Jeremy's. Too many capital letters. I love the way you wrote that. That's awesome. Yeah, this font's a no. Big fat no for me. I'm a Georgia fan. I like Georgia font. Oh, I'm so anal retentive about it. Oh, I'm so bad. Like, oh, I can't stand like Courier New. That's my girl right there. Now you got a special place in my heart forever. Forever. Redheads. I love them. I love them. Um, yeah, this is there's a lot of drama attached to it. And here's the thing is like I want to read it, but I don't have time to read it for fun. So I'm reading it with y'all. I think hopefully we can make some good content out of this together. So we'll see. We'll see how this all works out. Hey, yes, it's the wolf moon. By the way, has anyone ever taken a picture of the moon? Because I tried and it was horrible. I need help with that. Yeah, font is Georgia. Font is Georgia. Football is not. Football is. I don't know. Football is just the tailgate for me. It's not. We suck. Anyway, sorry. All phone records sufficient is number 5 on the answer. Sufficient to show all phone numbers and providers you used during the relevant time period and all documents, including mobile phone billing records, showing the calls you made. Look at this. He put it's capital U. Oh, you know why? I bet you $1 because remember I read that on Shockett's thing. I was like, well, the difference between you and you were the one was you said like the words YOU capital Y and YOU lowercase y are meant to mean the same thing. And I was like, yeah, it is the same thing. One's at the beginning of a sentence, one's not. I bet you $1 this was done on purpose just to get underneath Shockett's skin. Can't prove it. May be wrong. But if I were gonna take a bet, screw it. Have a good night. Dream about me. Love you. Mwah. Um, yeah, this dude is a rapper singer now. So, have you heard the latest? We need to. We should talk. We should talk. Let me know when you want to. Okay, all this about the phone records and everything, the requests are overly broad. I bet you there's going to be a work. No, it doesn't. Hey, look at this. Attorney-client privilege is not here. Overly broad in scope and time, lacks sufficient specificity. Specificity. I used to love that word. I think I've said so much that I don't like it. And seeks to impose duties beyond the rules of federal procedure. Number 6, all documents and communications of which you are aware that refute any statement attributed to you in the complaint or in plaintiff's response in opposition to the motion for summary judgment. Objections. This is so weird how this is written. This is like I had to like figure out like I don't even remember the correct way of doing it now. Like I'm so confused. It's so weird. But it's supposed to be. See, that's it. It's supposed to be. Not because I'm saying it should be, but because that is a strategy. Yeah, kind of McKinley. Seems like that. Um, yeah, we do need to talk, McKinley. Email me. I'll reply. I will, I promise. All right. Number 7, documents and communications sufficient to identify all usernames, handles, aliases, or any other identifiers you have used on social media to publish information. Which, by the way, we found tonight there's a new name, Ruby. Isn't that weird or unique? Never heard you say it. I had a feeling. I don't like that one bit. McKinley, you always have a spot over here with me. Nobody's going to say a word to you. Nobody says anything to you, they got to answer me. Okay. Because I ain't right. I ain't right at all. D42, thank you so much for the memberships. You know what? Let's remember why we're here, shall we? I don't remember. Why are we here?
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
It was
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
wiggle.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Oh, giggity, 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 goo.
What? What? Oh my gosh. All right, hang in here. Diane. Okay, now you guys have gotten me. That's like, okay, yeah, I know it. I know it. I'm so close to just downing these. Oh my gosh. I was so close. I was like, do I have time? Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? That's going to be 10 wiggles, and I'm going to eat nerds. Actually, I probably need to use the bathroom break. That'd be a good idea. But I'm not going to. I'm not going to because I'm drinking Red Bull and popping nerds. I don't know why my heart's racing. So
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. 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 Wiggle, wiggle.
it was premature. It was a premature. Almost said jiggle. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, it's great. So, like, you know, talking about like go to Discord and we have chats there. You know, one of the people I've been very blessed with this was a droid. You wanna know this is so silly, so selfish, so immature. Do you know the number one reason, the thing that she does that brings happiness and joy to and fulfills my heart? She sounds like a Disney princess. She just sounds so happy and bubbly that like every time I hear her say, "Hey, everybody," or you know, I was just like, I, mm, I'm choking on nerds. That's a horrible way. I'm sorry to cut that sentence off, but I just it puts me in a great mood. It makes me feel good, and you guys don't understand. Like that's how I am. Like everybody, there's always something about somebody that I just see special. And I like being around it. And Melissa Joy just she doesn't even realize it, but her just showing up and saying hello, it does you good. It's like, I mean, just imagine you're a little kid and you got like Snow White or I don't know the other. I wasn't allowed to watch Disney growing up. Cinderella, you know, and he goes up and says, "Hi, how you doing? Hello." It's just like that's how it feels. It's a wonderful feeling. And I know it's silly, but as I are here, I'm a silly person. Voluptuous Fox, yes. I've got a box of them. I need to finish them. Revenge of the Nerds. Are you pooching up your algorithm, this stuff? Well. Oh, I may not be here tomorrow or Wednesday, maybe not the rest of this week. I don't know. So my algorithm's going to get reset. Number 7, all the communications is sufficient to identify all usernames, handles, aliases, or other identifiers you have ever used on social media to publish information about claims. That is not. Let me tell you what. Like, I've used a lot of different names and stuff. One is like I am very protective about my privacy. And the early days of doing this, White Rabbit's like, you gotta be an avatar because you'll end up saying something that will be bad for me. And so I did. And anyway, it's with a lot of names out there. I mean, you gotta have a lot of names, but like if you forget, that means you're not producing there over there. That makes sense. I don't think it does. I don't really know what I'm doing now. Well, I can't find what I want. But anyway, Bad Duck says resist the true crime. Absolutely. Don't do true crime. Don't do true crime. Civil litigation is entirely different monster. It's funny. So it's overbroad to name anything you have done in social media. It's vague and ambiguous. It's truly overbroad in scope and time. It lacks sufficient specificity to know what is demanded. It encompasses information and documents which are protected, attorney-client privilege and/or work product privilege. Number 8, all documents communication you have produced it to Levy County. Is it Levy County? Right? That's how you pronounce it? Or any other federal or state government agency about the plaintiff. I don't remember reading that part. The request is overly broad, unduly burdensome. It's like, man, this is how I would reply. I'd say, no, I don't have anything because it's so broad. Quit being so broad. What you do for your client. Remember, the attorney has to fight for their client feverishly, or the attorney is liable. That's another reason why litigation is so expensive, is that malpractice insurance. Number 9, all engagement letters and invoices, documents otherwise sufficient to identify all the attorneys with whom you have attorney-client relation in connection with the civil litigation, but this is the one I was interested in. The request is not reasonably calculated to lead to the discovery of admissible evidence. That is, I don't think you can assume that. That's you're speculating there. You can't assume that. So it encompasses information and documents which are protected. Identifying, I don't think it's protected. That's like saying, well, it's on the service of certificate of service. It says Bruce. But I can't say that because you're saying that's protected. I don't think that one's going to fly. But hey, man, good for you. Love that college try there. We love that. But I don't think it's going to fly. If it does fly, let me know. I'd be impressed. It seeks to impose duties beyond those arising under the rules of federal procedure. All documents, communication upon which you plan to rely or assert the existence of any privilege, including attorney-client, work product, client interest privileges. It's not reasonably calculated to lead to the discovery of admissible evidence. I do like that sentence. The request is not reasonably calculated. I love those words. Reasonably calculated to lead to the discovery of admissible evidence. You have to realize when I say like I love something like this, I'm not giving an endorsement doing. What I'm doing is I'm saying, oh, I like the legalese here. It's remember, to a pen is to an attorney what a brush is to an artist. McKinley, you definitely need to reach out to me. Hit me up in Discord. That's the quickest way to do it. Yeah, where'd that go? Wait, what am I doing? I lost all my powers. I lost everything. I think I found it. I don't know what's happening. Ah! Oh my gosh. It's hard for my wee little brain to try. Document sufficient to show the number of online views. And this is the one I think you already answered this before. Posts of your social media accounts, including but not limited to YouTube accounts, Rumble accounts, blah, blah, blah. The request is overly broad. Go figure. It's overly broad, it's vague, it's ambiguous, it lacks sufficient specificity. Surprise is not attorney client privilege, work privilege, and whatever the other thing is they keep saying. 13, GPS records from either automobile investigation from May 11th to May 14th. Not applicable. That's okay. So this is the one. Remember, I read this. Like, I don't know how you answer that. Not applicable. No GPS. So this is the only one that's gotten a response. So file 13 request. Number 13 got a response. It's not applicable. It's no GPS. All documents relating to any claim referenced in this lawsuit generated by prepared or viewed by a consulting expert. And they're going to say no on that because it's an expert. Objection premature. Oh, wow. Wow, we changed it. It's premature. Finally, something's premature. It's not. Something is premature besides. Whoops, that's still on loop. Premature wiggling. Anyway, 15, the curriculum vitae, including bibliography, each consulting expert. Premature. All documents used by you for the purpose of refreshing the recollection of any witness prior to testifying or hearing, deposition, or trial in this matter. So that's a strange request. Because those are usually the things you're asking for in discovery anyway. It'll be like, is this your handwriting? I can't tell. You're across the room. May I approach the bench to show, it's a speeding tickets oftentimes, it's you say, I'm not guilty, and they call the cop up their road and says, well, I don't remember what well, of course, actually, that's a whole different. Never mind. That's a bad one. But anyway, you can freshen the memory. You're not supposed to be able to remember every single detail of things. I mean, that's not remembering is not a impeachable offense. It's not a contemptible offense unless you do it fraudulently and on purpose. So that's what I was saying earlier. Like your cell phone companies, a lot of times they have records of that, and so if you were able to find that out, that'd be big time trouble, Josh. Big time. What do you do when an epileptic has a seizure in a bathtub? Glad you didn't say toaster. Throw in some laundry because it's an agitator, like a laundry machine. I get that one. I get that. All right, let's see here. I'm talking about you for the purpose of refreshing recollection. Yeah. For each of the facts for lay witnesses you expect to testify at the trial of the matter, all documents reviewed by, prepared by, right upon, relevant matter. Objection request overly broad, ambiguous, broad in scope and time, specificity. and impose duties beyond those arising under the federal rules of civil procedure. Golly, how many more of these are there? Number 18 was all documents with evidence and communications related to your investigation of any claim referenced in this lawsuit. Too broad, too vague. Encompasses documents which are protected by attorney-client or the work product privilege. 19, all documents relating to the plaintiff that you obtain from any source. Now, remember, these are all requests that there's denying them to. The request is overly broad and duly burdensome, so it's too vague. Blah, blah, blah. Encompasses information and documents are protected by attorney-client privilege. Guys, you wonder why I don't practice. I'd rather sit here and make fart jokes. I'd rather sit here and squeeze my pickle. My pickle. I still don't know who sent this to me. If you're in the chat, will you let me know? It's my favorite Christmas tree ornament. Second favorite, third favorite, maybe. I'll tell you the one that's really awesome. Bad Doug. The Ralphie and as the Pink Nightmare. That thing was fuzzy. I mean, like real fuzz. I don't think the words coming out of my mouth are right. I'm going to stop talking now. I'm out of moonshine. No, Red Bull. Let's see here. 20. All documents and files of your attorney in this lawsuit, day before the date of the complaint was filed in this court. Plaintiff, including without limitation communication. It's the third party. This is the third party thing. Now, I can see that being overbroad. Let's see here. Defendant. All these rules, civil procedural stuff. Cordially yours, the defendant, Lynette Preston, by Bruce Matskin. I hereby certify on December 12th. So this was after Jeremy's deposition. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? So there you go. The big take from all of this is that McKinley thinks like me that is awful font. It is awful font. Holy cow. How do I get out of this thing? Oh, there you go. I like the escape button. You guys ever hit that? I don't very often. But it's fun when it works. So anyway, all right. I was like, girls were easier to raise, but not true. Girls are harder. Oh, well. Awful format. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, it has to be justified. It has to be, the font has to be Georgia. It's single space. I think I may like the 1.1 space. 1 inch on the sides, 1.1 spacing. Did you see the top of this thing? Hang on a second. Where'd this thing go? Did you see, what is this part called? I don't know. I don't know if I ever knew. Much less now when I'm an idiot. But let's see here. So McKinley, did you see this up here? Hang on. Look right here. It has colons, right? Those colons, yeah. Instead of you always have like parentheses right there, right? But parentheses. No. I have the words wrong. God, man, my brain is fried right now talking. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about? Like this looks like vanilla beans. Like you drip some Breyer's ice cream off his ice cream cone and he just smudged it. And you got vanilla beans all down here. It drives me nuts. I don't know why. I think everybody is OCD at some point. And that would be my little OCD moment. I shared with you guys. Didn't mean to. What's happening? Pushing Charlene. Stop it. What's she doing? Oh, no, no, no. It's always the pre-law people. They're the ones that like, do notes all the time. And it's like, what are you taking notes of? Everything the professor says. I'm like, pre-law is not really this was me at Tennessee. I was like, pre-law is it's not a degree. It's like, I know, but I'm making it I'm political science now, but I'm focusing on law. I'm like, sorry. Um, why do I not? Y'all are having a way more interesting chat than yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, what is it called? I don't know. I can't think of it right now. Wait, she started it. Who started it? What's happening? Pushing her way in. I need some love too. I am so confused. Oh, subsection. Subsection. That's what that is. Shelly, what's happening? You recorded everything. Oh no. Uh nerds, man. I choked on some nerds. I don't think there's any good fires right now. That's a big problem. No, it's not a big problem. It's a good thing. But they seem to be contained. They're not contained if you look at it, unless the wind really picks up and goes a different way. Uh, they're saying earlier, right now, what's happening is the news media is getting all the politicians, everybody who's got an office is out there talking about what to do, how to get help, and all this stuff. If you're a school teacher and you're laid off work, you get $500. Come pick up your check. It was something like that. It was so weird, but yeah, that's man, when those reporters were wearing the yellow jackets and going live and they're losing their feed because cell towers were going down. So that was awesome. That was just awesome. Yes, my Kinsley escaped. What does that mean? Yeah, I just realized that I don't have the hotkey for subsection on this computer. It used to always be Alt S, did the little subsection deal. Let's see here. Or section signs what Wikipedia wants to call it, but it's subsection in Tennessee for legislation stuff. Does that make sense? Legislation stuff, it's subsection. Golly, man. I mean, it's two S's. So see that works. Boom. There you go. We both know it's always Farrell's basement. Man, what's happening over there? I'm a Taurus and will stomp you both. What's happening? Yeah, you got to figure out how to do the uh hotkey it. And I'm telling you, like, I think Alt S is what mine always was. If you cut off all your body hair and laid it end to end, you'd be a weirdo. That is a fun fact. That is a very fun fact. My house is where I call home. I guess it's White Rabbit's house. That's what I should be saying. And as long as she lets me. Angie and I are both Aries, so we set the brimstone on fire. Hellfire and brimstone. I didn't say that. I just saw it in the chat. Oh my gosh, you guys are nuts. I don't know what's happening. Wait, where's that button go? Oh, there it is. I ran out of buttons, guys. I ran out of buttons. So, all right, what else is happening? MG Law is coming back to the tubes tonight, 11 p.m. He's going to be doing the there's a Laura Owens update. So, Jeff, I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea whatsoever. Yeah, it's totally derailed. And like, look at this. I'm like, what? I have a rule. I don't read long. Like it'd be a sentence or two. I don't read the run on long ones. But your little camel change, you don't know what it is. Oh, it's it's a white rabbit with two chainsaws. And say I forget what it says. God, I did forget what it says, like running with scissors or something. I may have seen something like about that. But I did. There's a new video over in Discord and breaking news. I found it's another motorcycle one. Man, these e-bike, man, these e-motorcycles. I totally need one. That's we need to tell my wife that that's acceptable. I can have one. Um, that's true, bad duck. But they have done. I love that footage. The guys that they're on these little e-bikes. You know, I say e-bikes. They're motorcycles. You know, they're just battery operated, and they got some. They get some good footage. It's down on the uh, ground, the burnt ground, whatever I'm talking about. Lesko says, "Don't pretend you follow the chat. Disingenuous." Yeah, I know. I don't. I ignore the chat. That's 99% of it. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Are we gonna get Valhalla to name a goat after you? Is that what the deal is? I want one, but I don't think I'm allowed to have one. I don't think I'm allowed to have one. I'm not allowed to have anything fun. You know what I did today? Like someone I was at the mall. I was at the mall, I think with Ballstorm. And this is before I was sick, man. This was like a month ago. That's how long ago this was. They had golf carts in the middle of the mall, and they looked like assault golf carts. They looked really cool. And I think there was like a black one that had like red stripe, like just like Mr. T would have, right? And I got the brochure for it. I was like, man, this is what I need. You know, it's a 4-wheel drive golf cart. It's jacked up. Everything's got awesome. Supposed to have an awesome stereo. I don't know. How's a golf cart have an awesome stereo? You know, it's wide open. You need a boom box or something like that. What's those big old the big what are those DJ speakers? Those things are silly. But anyway, uh you did name a goat, but your goat has amnesia. Anyway, so then I looked at the price of these things. I was like, oh, Well, this is cheaper than the ones I saw. I still could buy a car. I'm like, there's so many people that have these golf carts riding around here. I'm like, those things cost as much as a car, like an adult car. Ghetto blasters not being racial. Wait, I get that. I don't get it. I don't think it is. I don't think it is at all. Um. Oh, T-Rex, right? You're talking to him. Um. Let's see here. Oh, Valhalla's supposed to rent you a goat. He should. That's the whole point of it. Oh, what are we naming the goat? Um. I don't know. I don't know. Wait, I see. Hey, Danielle, how you doing? What's going on, babe? Danielle McKinley's here, and I'm just telling her that we're going to name Valhalla's going to, I don't know, ravel off or something. I don't think you can. I don't know if you can have raffles, but anyway, um, name off goats. I got nothing after that. I don't know where I was going. Rockies, Mountie. What is happening? I'm so confused. Oh, hey, I did not see this. Okay. Bad. Let's see here. Yes, I did hear that. And I would like to hang out with Monica Lewinsky. Like, if you know how to get a hold of Monica Lewinsky, I think she'd be fun. Yeah, you imagine the questions to ask her? I mean, she'd be great on Friday night, right? If you don't, did you hear about Monica Lewinsky? She switched parties because it's like switching toothpaste. Oh my gosh. Wait, Angie Melissa, I want pickle Rick Wiggle. Did I do that already? Did I do this one? I remember saying something about pickle Rick and wiggling.
Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah.
Is that right? I don't know. Or wait, hold on. Oh yeah, because I picked the other thing up. What's the last thing that goes through a butt's mind to hit your windshield? It's booty. What about a bug that like lands on your windshield? You ever see those? You know, they hit the windshield and it's like, whoa, what? That thing's like dead. And then you turn your windshield wipers and then it's like, just smears it. You're like, get out my windshield wiper. And you just go, psh. That's it. That's the noise a smear makes. Anyway, guys, listen. Love you guys. I'm so glad you're here. Be sure and make sure you're still subbed, all that good stuff. Come back. Let's see. Who was I gonna give a hard time to here? Oh yeah, Charlene. Yeah, since she's new here, you're a good chatter. Like having you here. Rexy has Monica on speed dial. Yeah, he don't know Monica Lewinsky. He doesn't know her. Could you imagine if he did? Anyway, guys, like I said, tomorrow I probably won't be here. If I am here, though, it'll be glorious. It'll be fun. It'll be spectacular. I don't know what's going to happen. All sorts of stuff, ins and outs, outs and ins, all the good stuff. We're going to have fun. Hey, Judge Maddie, what's happening? Don't let the boogeyman win. There's bad people out there everywhere. Keep your head on a swivel, cover your six, and we got to watch out for each other. We all share this same rock, believe it or not. And you know what the sad thing is? We probably all agree. We just want to be left alone at the end of the day. But in the meantime, we want to have some fun. We want to enjoy some food, some drinks, and some entertainment. And that's all that we can live for, ask for, anything else for. Dream about me.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.